Test, test, 1, 2. Test, test, 1, 2. Anybody? Anybody out there hear me? Any Sea Lions parents out there who hear me and have my cell number, shoot me a text and let me know you hear me. Test, test, 1, 2. Test, test, 1, 2. Chad Parsons, can you hear me again? Trying a different microphone here. You still hear me loud and clear from the hospitality tent there, Sea Lions parents? Perfect. testing 1, 2, testing 1, 2. And the Sea Lions parents who hear me loud and clear in the adult section there. So the kids are getting ready as we get prepared to start the Summer Swim Club Championships 2026. Okay, testing, testing, 1, 2. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? We got a large crowd here upstairs, so I'm hoping people can hear me loud and clear over the roughly 100 swimmers that I'm surrounded by upstairs. Should get exciting as the day goes on and they start cheering on their teammates. As we are very close now to starting up our Provincial Summer Club Championships 2026, and we are off in Heat 1. In lane number 1 is Evie Robinson of the Grand Falls Windsor Gators. In lane 2 is Emily Brost of the Bluefins. Lane 3 is Eva Roberts of the Gators. Lane 4 is Daphne Fewer of the Wave Runners, and in lane 5 is Annie Parsons, and it looks like it is going to be lane number 5 of Annie Parsons. Annie Parsons touches the wall first from the Grand Falls Windsor Gators. In lane number 2 is Emily Brost from the Bluefins, is going to touch the wall second. Battle here now for third. In lane number 3, it looks like it's going to be Eva Roberts touches the wall, slightly ahead of Emily Brost and Daphne Fewer. As we line up now for heat number 2, event number 1. In lane number 1 is Isabella Poole from the Gators. Lane 2 is Isla Edwards of the Wave Runners. Lane 3 is McKenna Newberry of the Bluefins. Lane 4 is Chloe Rice of the Bluefins. Lane 5 is Macy Late out of And on your screen, I believe lane number 1 is on your left. Lane 6 is on your right. And here we go. Heat number 2 is 6. For the girls 8 and under 25 meter. Enter into the water. And here we go. And it looks like it is lane number 2 of Isla Edwards battling it out with Isabella Poole. It's Isla Edwards and Isabella Poole here battling it out. In the lane number 3 is McKenna Newberry. 25 meters is a long swim for 6 and 7 year old kids, but it looks like it's going to be Isabella Poole going to touch the wall first. Looks like McKenna Newberry has taken over for second place over Isla Edwards, followed up behind by Madeline Smith, Maisie Late, and Chloe Rice. Now we move on to heat number 3 of 6 of the girls 8 and under 25 meters. In lane number 1 is Paisley Burden of the Bluefins. Lane 2 is Addison Moore of the Sea Lions. Lane number 3 is Lily Andrews of the Gators. Lane 4 is Caitlin Osmond of the Bluefins. Lane number 5 is Charlotte Murphy of the Wave Runners. And in lane number 6 is Katie Andrews of the Grand Falls Windsor Gators. Again, lane number 1 is on your left, lane 6 is on your right. And they're in the water, and it looks like off to start here, it is Lily Andrews. Caitlin Osmond in lane number 4 with a commanding lead here in heat number 3 of 6. Right behind her is Paisley Burden in second place, followed up by Lily Andrews. But this was Caitlin Osmond's race from start to finish. Caitlin Osmond first, Paisley Burden second, Lily Andrews third, followed up by Charlotte Murphy and Katie Andrews. Here we girls 8 and under. Action is fast and furious here now as we start. Lane number 1 is Ava March of the Sea Lions. Lane 2 is Aria Hughes at the Piranhas. Lane 3 is Kendall Gillard at the Gators. Lane 4 is Aurora Brent at the Gators. Lane 5 is Maisie Shave at the Bluefins. And lane number 6 is Sophia Thurlow at the Piranhas. Again, lane number 1 is on your left. Lane 6 is on your right. Here we go with our first sea lion in the water here. Girls 8 and under. Heat 4 of 6. And they're in the water. And it looks like it is Kendall Gillard in first place. Very close behind is Maisie Shave and Sophia Thurlow. And it looks like it's Sophia Thurlow taking over the lead here. And it's going to be Maisie Thurlow in first. Touches the wall. Right behind her was Kendall Gillard. Maisie Shave. Aria Hughes. Ava Murch. And Aurora Brent. Now we move on to heat 5 of 6. In lane number 1 is Ruby Wellman of the Bluefins. Lane 2 is Brianna Cormier of the Bay Robert Sea Lions. Lane 3 is Stella Scott of the Wave Runners. Lane 4 is Emily Horwood of the Gators. Lane 5 is Claire Hiscock of the Sea Lions. And in lane number 6 is Katie Hoskins of the Wave Runners. Again, girls 8 and under, 25-meter freestyle. Heat number 5 of 6. Hello everyone, Ian Flynn here, parent of a Bay Robert Sea Lion, which I'm sure you will pick up on very soon as I show my biased commentary towards sea lion swimmers. And they're off. And it is lane number 3 of Stella Scott fighting off both Emily Horwood and Brianna Cormier. But it's Stella Scott who has the lead. It looks like it is Brianna Cormier holding on to second place here. It's going to be Stella second. Looks like third was Emily Horwood, followed up by Claire Hiscock, Ruby Wellman, and Katie Hoskins. Oh, is it? Okay. And here we go. And it looks like the early lead is going out to Rhea Hillier. Ava Noseworthy pushing hard alongside of Nora Temple. And it is lane number 6 of Nora Temple in first, followed up by Hillary Wiseman and Ava Noseworthy. They got the cameras reversed on me from last year, so I'm just trying to get adjusted here now to what you see on the screen versus what I'm looking at in the pool. Now we move on to the boys 8 and under 25 meter freestyle. Lane 1 is Quentin Shave of the Marylands. Lane 2 is Nate Oxford of the Bluefins. Lane 3 is Sebastian Smith of the Bluefins. Lane 4 is Will Oxford of the Bluefins. And in lane number 5 is Zane Ruffino of the Bay Roberts Sea Lions. And here we go. Heat 1 of 2 of the boys 8 and under 25 meter freestyle. And it looks like it is Zane Ruffino with the Bay Roberts Sea Lions. Pushing forward. Will Olford is battling it out for second place alongside Sebastian Smith and Nate Oxford. It looks like it was Zane Ruffino from what I have on my sheet. Sebastian Smith from the Bluefins touches the wall in second place. Followed right behind him was Will Oxford and Nate Oxford. Heat 2 of 2 of the boys 25, 8 and under 25 meter freestyle. Lane number 1 is Caden Windsor of the Bluefins. Lane number 2 is Austin Carnegie Mackey from the Piranhas. Lane number 3 is Jordan Carter of the Bluefins. Lane 4, Sam Davignon of Piranhas. Lane 5 is Ben Barima of the Gators. And lane number 6 is Griffin Sims of the Bluefins. So lane 1 is on the left of your screen. Lane 6 is on your right. I think we have a false start here. But some of these kids do not hear the whistle. And he's swimming over the rope, and he's still going. Hey, I'm pretty sure all 5 swimmers swam 25 meters before they realized it was a DQ. Jordan Carter was the only one to turn back. He should have fresh legs and fresh lungs ready to go for this second attempt at this heat here. So we have a false start, so I know that this year there's no second attempts, but I think that they do is they let everybody swim anyway, I believe. So we'll see how this all plays out now. Again, heat number 2 of 2 of the boys, 8 and under, 25 meter. Lane 1 is Caden Windsor. Lane 2 is Austin Mackey. Lane 3 is Jordan Carter. Lane 4 is Sam Davignon. Lane 5 is Ben Burma. And lane number 6 is Griffin Sims. Our second attempt here now at heat number 2 of 2 of the boys 25 meter freestyle. And this time we have a clean start. And now it's Jordan Carter who had all his energy saved as he was the only one to turn back. And it's him who's in the lead right now as they battle it out with Austin Mackey and Sam Davignon. But it is going to be Jordan Carter. Touches the wall first. Right behind him was Austin Mackey. Right behind him was Sam Davignon. followed up by Ben Burma, Griffin Sims, and Caden Windsor. So we get ready now for event number 3, girls 9-10, 50-meter freestyle. 2 laps of the pool. We have 11 heats here in the girls 9-10 division. Heat number 1 is Maria Penny of the Wave Runners. Lane 2 is Evelyn Farrell of the Marylands. And in lane 3 is Sophie Shave of the Marylands. As our judges get repositioned here now. Again, welcome everybody to the 2026 Summer Swim Club Champions. Sorry, 2025. I'm jumping ahead of here. All 11 heats in event number 3, girls 9-10, 50-meter freestyle, 2 laps of the pool. Again, our 2025 Summer Provincial Swim Championships here in Gander. As we get set here on day 1 of all the races, and today is full of freestyle. Freestyle heats followed by freestyle finals later on this evening. Takes a few minutes now for the judges to get in their positions. Looks like the 3 swimmers are taken to the block. And they're in the water. Again, 2 laps. And it's Maria Penny in lane number 2 with the early lead. Neck and neck is Evelyn Farrell and Sophie Shave. But it's Maria Penny who's got about a body length lead now ahead of the other 2 swimmers. And it's going to be Maria Penny touching the wall first as she heads back for the final 25. Followed up by Evelyn Farrell, touches the wall, and Sophie Shave. But this is Maria Penny here from the Wave Runners. Having an absolutely dominant swim here in heat number 1. As it's going to be Maria Penny touching the wall first in heat number 1 of the girls 9-10 50-meter freestyle. But we do have a battle for second place as it looks like it's Evelyn Farrell battling it out with Sophie Shave right now. It looks like Evelyn Farrell has just edged her out here in the last 10 meters, and it's going to be Evelyn Farrell at the Marylands touching the wall slightly ahead of teammate Sophie Shave. Now we move on to heat 2 of 11. In lane number 2 is Sadie Cook of the Wave Runners. Lane 3 is Anna Burns of the Gators. Lane 4 is Linda Reed of the Bluefins. And in lane number 5 is Lydia Kirby of the Bay Robert Sea Lions. And we have them all in the water, and it looks like it is Sadie Cook of the Wave Runners in first place. Followed right behind her is Anna Burns. You got Lydia Kirby in third place. Followed right behind her is Linda Reed. But it's going to be a Sadie Cook touching the wall first as she heads back for the final 25 meters. Lydia Kirby making a push here now for second place. As it's Anna Burns touches the wall, right behind her is Lydia Kirby. She heads back, followed up by Linda Reed. But it's going to be Sadie Cook who's taking control of this race, and it looks like it's going to finish in first place here, but Anna Burns is trying to hang on to second now as Lydia Kirby keeps her position in third. But Anna Burns have made a late push, but it's going to be Sadie Cook. Touches the wall slightly ahead of Anna Burns. Lydia Kirby going to touch the wall in third place, followed by Linda Reed. How you doing? Good. Yeah, we're in heat 3 of 11. Girls, 9, 10, 50-meter freestyle. Lane number 1 is Harper Green of the Wave Runners. Lane 2 is Penelope Bannister of the Sea Lions. Lane 3 is Ava Harris of the Bluefins. Lane number 4 is Nora Edwards. 5 is Shelby Beck, and 6 is Ellie Ralph. Ellie Ralph of the Bluefins, and Edwards and Beck of the Wave Runners. And we are off, and at the almost 25-meter mark in lane number 3 is Ava Harris. Looks to be touching the wall in first place at the 25-meter mark. Followed right behind her is Penelope Bannister and Nora Edwards. But it's lane number 3 of Ava Harris is in first. She's trying to hang on as Nora Edwards is putting on a push. Alongside of her is Penelope Cruz. And it's 3 people now battling it out. And they're very close, but it's Ava Harris here now who's trying to hang on, and it looks like she just might. Now it's a battle for second place as Ava Harris is going to touch the wall first. Followed up right behind her in lane number 4 is Nora Edwards. And it looks like it was Penelope Cruz just edged out Ellie Ralph. Followed behind her is Harper Green and Shelby Beck. Heat number 4 of 11. In lane number 1 is Arizona Tucker to Wave Runners. Lane number 3 is Olivia Randall of the Bluefins. Lane 4 is Charlotte Jackman of the Marylands. Lane 5 is Olivia Rice of the Bluefins. And in lane number 6 is Oliva Elliott of the Bay Roberts Sea Lions. Heat 4 to girls, 9, 10, 50-meter freestyle, 2 laps. And it looks like right now it is lane number 3 of Charlotte Jackman has the early lead, trying to hold off Olivia Rice and Oliva Elliott. Right behind her is Arizona Tucker as well. We have pretty much all 5 racers touching the wall very much at the same time here. And it looks like Arizona Tucker now is taking the lead. Right behind her is lane number 3 of Charlotte Jackman. Right there is Oliva Elliott as well of the Sea Lions. And now it's the Sea Lions making a push. It's the Sea Lion now. Is it the Sea Lion? Is it Oliva Elliott who made a late surge? And it's going to be Oliva Elliott edges out Arizona Tucker. Followed up by Charlotte Jackman, Olivia Randall, and Olivia Rice. As we move on to heat 5 of 11 now. Girls 9-10. In lane number 1 is Allie Cody at the Marylands. Lane 2 is Isla Osmond at the Wave Runners. Lane 3 is Billy Forsey at the Grand Bank Sharks. Lane 5 is Lexi Emberley at the Marylands. Lane 6 is Aaliyah Rousel at the Marylands. And in lane 5, is Aaliyah Rousel at the Marylands. And in lane number 6 is Emily Sharp at the Bay Roberts Sea Lions. So lane 1 is on your right, lane 6 is on your left. I think I have it right. The 08 now is one of the kids are struggling with their goggles here. And it looks like now all swimmers are getting ready to take the blocks in heat 5 of 11. The girls 9-10 50-meter freestyle. Lane 1 is on your right, lane 6 is on your left. The screen, and we have a clean start, and it looks like it is lane number 3 of Billy Forsey at the Grand Falls Sharks. Has the slight edge right now over Lexi Emberley and Allie Cody. And at the 25-meter mark, it looks like it is Allie Cody, Billy Forsey, and Lexi Emberley touching the wall. 1, 2, 3. Followed right behind them is Aaliyah Rousel and Emily Sharp. As we come down now to the final 20 meters, it's lane number 3 of Billy Forsey trying to hold off 3 other swimmers who are right on her tail right now, but it looks like it's going to be Billy Forsey who's going to hold on here. And now it's a battle for second place as Billy Forsey touches the wall. Looks like it's going to be lane number 4 of Lexi Emberley. Just edges out Isla Osmond, Allie Cody, and Emily Sharp. Now we move on to heat 6 of 11. In lane number 1 is Kinley Duty at the Sea Lions. Lane 2 is Faith Power to Marylands. Lane 3 is Kaylin Fitzpatrick at the Marylands. Lane 5 is Grace Earl at the Sea Lions. And in lane number 6 is Maria Rose at the St. Anthony Dolphins. Lane 1 is on your right, lane 6 is on your left. And we have a clean start, and it looks like we have swimmers in lanes 1, 4, and 6. So it looks like it is Kinley Duty here battling it out against Maria Rose on opposite ends of the pool, coming right down the middle. In lane number 4 is Caitlin Fitzpatrick. And it's Maria Rose who took the lead at the 25-meter mark. Coming up strong is Caitlin Fitzpatrick. Hanging on there, trying to hang on to second place now is Kinley Duty. And it's going to be Maria Rose of the St. Anthony Dolphins who's going to touch first, but who's going to touch second? Is it Caitlin Fitzpatrick or Kinley Duty? Kinley Duty has the slight edge here right now, and it looks like too close to call, but I'll go with a Sea Lion and Kinley Duty, who may have just edged out Caitlin Fitzpatrick. But again, that leads to my totally biased results here, which are totally unofficial. Now we move on to heat 7 of 11 of the girls. 9-10, 50-meter freestyle. Nevaeh Best of the Bluefins. Lane number 2 is Bryn Osmond of the Wave Runners. Lane 3 is Lily Day of the Sea Lions. Lane 4 is Mallory Shelley of the Wave Runners. Lane 5 is Katie Cameron of the Bluefins. And in lane 6 is Lexi Vokey of the Sea Lions. And here we are halfway through the first 25 meters. And it looks like it is lane number 1 of Nevaeh Best of the Bluefins fighting off Mallory Shelley of the Wave Runners. And Mallory Shelley with an amazing turn here takes the lead. Fighting off Nevaeh Best, and it's Nevaeh Best. Mallory Shelley. Right next to her is Katie Cameron, and is Katie Cameron putting on a late push here now. Right there is Lexi Vokey as well, but it's going to be lane number 4. First of Mallory Shelley. Ooh. Followed up by Katie Cameron. Lexi Vokey, Nevaeh Best, and Bryn Osmond.
Good job. Hey, I'm just trying to catch you between. I'm Sam. Flynn, good to see you.
Just a second, everybody.
Yeah, I will. I'll hang in.
Yep. So here we are in Heat 8. Addison Pittman of the Wave Runners in lane 1. Amelia Higgins, lane 2 of the Sea Lions. Lane 3 is Charlie Gray of the Gators. Lane 4 is Emma Barker of the Sea Lions. Lane 5 is Madison Burden of the Bluefins. And in lane 6 is Sadie Hodge. And at the 25-meter mark, it looks like it is lane number 3 of... No, sorry, lane number 3 is not Emma Barker. So it looks like we have a few different swimmers here in this heat. Yeah, so that happens here sometimes as we get different swimmers. It was a Gator. So I'm going to say that was Charlie Gray, who's the only Gator on that list. So it was Charlie Gray who finished first. And I'm guessing that was Amelia Higgins.
Charlie Gray, lane number 3.
Yeah.
Yeah, I threw you off, time to you.
And here we go now, heat 9 of 11 of the girls' 50-meter freestyle. Lane number 1 is Jade Suley of the Gators. Lane 2 is Macy Young of the Bluefins. Lane 3 is Autumn Smith of the Sea Lions. Lane 4 is Charlotte Pike of the Marylands. Lane number 5 is Morgan Cook of the Wave Runners. And rounding out number 6 is Keena Jones of the Wave Runners. 2 laps, 50 meters. Anyway, as we get ready for this one, I'll be sharing duties this year with Sam Shave, a parent of a Springdale Bluefin. So we're bitter enemies on the pool, but we'll be compadres here as we share the microphone throughout the weekend. It's Sam's first go at this, but he's eager to get going. Shadowing me, which I don't know if that's a help or not, but anyway. So here we go, to heat 9 of 11. Girls 9-10, 50-meter freestyle. And we have a clean start. And out of the water, it looks like it is lane number 2 of Maria Butt. Or sorry, Macy Young of the Bluefins. Right there alongside of her is Autumn and Jade Suley of the Gators. And we have Autumn Smith, Macy Young, and Jade Suley battling it out here. But it's Autumn Smith. At about halfway through the second 25 meters, Jade Smith holds off Jade Suley for first place. Jade Suley in second. Macy Young in third, followed up by Morgan Cook, Macy Young, and Keena Jones. Have a chat. All right, here we are, heat 10 of 11. In lane number 1 is Sophia Rufino at the Sea Lions. Lane 2 is Maria Butt at the Bluefins. Lane 3 is Reese French at the Sea Lions. Lane 4 is Bria Dodd at the Sea Lions. Lane 5 is Raleigh Noseworthy at the Sea Lions. And in lane number 6 is Allie Green at the Piranhas. And here we are at the 25-meter mark, and it is lane number 3 of Reese French, who touches the wall first, slightly ahead of Sophia Rufino. And in lane number 2 is Maria Butt. But it is going to be, it's Reese French trying to hold off lane number 4 of Bria Da. And it's Reese French, Bria Da. Lane 1, Sophia Rufino. But it's going to be Reese French touches the wall first. Right there next to her was lane 1 of Sophia Rufino, followed by Bria Da. Riley Noseworthy, Allie Green, and Maria Butt.
Just to give it a go.
Yep.
Perfect, my man. All right, thank you so much. You seem like a great fella.
All right. We're on to heat 11 of 11 now. In lane number 1 is Nora Hanlon of the Gators. Lane 2 is Addie Bale of the Piranhas. Lane 3 is Marilyn Powell of the Gators. Lane number 4 is Kiva Delaney of the Sea Lions. Lane 5, Paige Hickey of the Wave Runners. And in lane 6 is Tori Paisley of the Piranhas. And touching the wall first was lane number 3 of Marion Powell of the Gators. It was a very strong lead here now. And it looks like it's going to be a battle for second place as it's lane number 1 of Allie Hanlon. And lane number 5 of Paige Hickey. And that's lane number 3. Marilyn Powell touches the wall. Right behind her was Paige Hickey. And it looks like very close to call between Kiva Delaney, Allie Bale, and Nora Hanlon, followed up by Tori Paisley. Now we move on to boys 9, 10, 50-meter freestyle. Heat 1 of 4. And it may be cold outside, but it is hot upstairs in this pool. Here we are, heat 1 of 4, the boys 9, 10, 50-meter freestyle. Lane number 1 is Mason Cull of the Bluefins. Lane 2 is Liam Snow of the Sea Lions. Lane 3 is Reggie Fewer of the Wave Runners. Lane number 4 is Jack Brost of the Bluefins, and in lane number 5 is Seamus Whalen of the Gators. Boys 9, 10, 50-meter freestyle, event number 4. And we have someone who is a little super excited to get their day off. Mason Cull had enough of his swim hat. Tossed that aside. I don't need no stinking swim hat. Let's go. And we are off, and it looks like it is Mason Cull who's off to a flying start here in lane number 1. He didn't need no swim cap. It's followed by Liam Snow in lane number 2 of the Sea Lions. Lane number 5 is Seamus Whalen in 3rd. But it is Mason Cull here dominating this heat. And it's Mason Cull in 1st place. Well ahead of 2nd place, Liam Snow of the Bay Roberts Sea Lions. 3rd place is a battle now between Seamus Whalen and Reggie Fewer. And it's Mason Cull touches the wall first. Here we go. Liam Snow now hanging on here for second place. As Seamus Whalen is making a push. As don't think there's enough pool left for Seamus Whalen to catch him. But it's going to be Liam Snow touches the wall with a great effort there in the last 25 meters by Seamus Whalen to finish in third place. Coming in fourth is Reggie Fewer, followed up by Jack Brost. Heat 2 of 4, the boys, 9-10, 50-meter freestyle. Lane number 1 is Vincent Bradbury of the Marylands. Lane number 2, goaltender Connor Dixon of the Bay Roberts Sea Lions. Lane number 3, Jace March of the Bay Roberts Sea Lions. Lane number 4 is Jackson Dominic of the Sea Lions. Lane 5 is Raleigh Crombie of the Bluefins. And in lane number 6 is John Whalen of the Grand Falls Windsor Gators. Here we go, heat 2 of 4. And flying up the pool right away is Jace March of the Bay Roberts Sea Lions. Lane number 4 is Jackson Dominic of the Sea Lions is right on his tail, but Jace March is swimming with determination here as he makes his flip turn, heads back, trying to maintain control of this race is Jackson Dominic holding on for second place here. And now it's a battle between Connor Dixon and Raleigh Crombie for third. But it's Jace March with a fantastic start, an amazing turn. A great final 25 meters, finishes first. Jackson Dominic in second. And it looks like it's going to be Raleigh Crombie edging out Connor Dixon for third place. Followed up right behind him is Vincent Bradbury and John Whalen. As we get ready now for heat 3 of 4 of the boys 9-10 50-meter freestyle. Lane number 1 is Charlie Richards of the Sea Lions. Lane 2 is Andrew Hollett of the Marylands. Lane 3 is West Avignon of Piranhas. Lane 5 is Charlie Ralph of the Sea Lions. And in lane number 6 is Landon Newberry of the Bluefins. So lane 1 is on your right, lane 6 is on your left. Sea Lions in lanes 1 and 5. And we have a clean start, and it looks like it is lane number 3 of West Avignon out to a strong start here. And it's West Avignon going to touch the wall at the 25-meter mark. Again, great turn. And it looks like it is lane number 2 of Andrew Hollett in second. Now it's a battle for third place between Charlie Richards and Charlie Ralph. But it is West Avignon of Piranhas going to cruise to first place in this heat of 3 of 4 of the boys. And it looks like it is Charlie Ralph who came out of nowhere here to overtake Andrew Hollett for second place. And it is Charlie Ralph of the Sea Lions touching the wall ahead of Andrew Hollett of the Marylands. Followed up by Charlie Richards and Landon Newberry. We move on to the final heat of the boys, 9-10 50-meter freestyle. Lane number 1 is Luke O'Reilly of the Piranhas. Lane 2 is Liam French of the Piranhas. Lane 3 is Nicholas Dean of the Wave Runners. Lane 4 is James Adams of the Bluefins. Lane 5 is Luke Parsons of the Sea Lions. And Big Nate Colburn of the Sea Lions rounds it out in lane number 6. And here we go, and it is Lane number 3 of Nicholas Dean in first place. Holding off James Adams in second here right now. In third is Liam French out of Piranhas. But it's lane number 3 of Nicholas Dean in first, being pushed hard by James Adams. And it's going to be Nicholas Dean in first place, James Adams in second. Third place is going to be Liam French of the Piranhas. Looks like right behind him is going to be Luke Parsons of the Sea Lions. Followed up by Luke O'Reilly and Nate Colburn. And we're getting ready to move into event number 5. Girls 11-12, 50-meter freestyle. And I think very soon, Sam Shave will be taking over for a little while as he gets his feet wet on the microphone. I told him the one thing he is not allowed to do is show biased commentary towards any swim club. As we move into girls 11-12, 50-meter, lane number 2 is Jada Whiffen. Lane number 3 is Georgia Cormier of our Bay Roberts Sea Lions, and in lane number 4 is Gracie Downey of the Bluefins. And it looks like it's lane number 2 of Jada Whiffen in first place. Georgia Cormier of the Sea Lions pushing hard. Followed up by Gracie Downey. But as Jada Whiffen touches the wall first, Georgia Cormier of the returning provincial champ Bay Roberts Sea Lions in second here. Followed up by Gracie Downey. But it's going to be Jade Whiffen who took control of this race right from the start and is going to finish first in this heat. Followed up right behind her will be Georgia Cormier, followed up by Gracie Downey. As we get ready now for heat 2 of 10 of the girls 11-12 50-meter freestyle. In lane number 1 is Olivia Pettin of the Bay Roberts Sea Lions. Lane 2 is Ava Sims of the Bluefins. Lane 3 is Ellie Stokes of the Sea Lions. Lane 4 is Lily Whittle of the Marylands. And in lane number 5 is Hannah Belbin of the Wave Runners. And we have a clean start, and it looks like it is off to a slight lead. Is lane number 5 of Hannah Belbin of the Wave Runners. Right next to her is Ellie Stokes of the Sea Lions. And it's Hannah Belbin right now at the 25-meter mark. Touches the wall slightly ahead of Ellie Stokes. Followed up right behind her was Lily Whittle, Olivia Pettin, and Ava Sims, but it is Hannah Belbin in first place. Now it's a battle for second between Ellie Stokes and Lily Whittle. Can Ellie Stokes hold her off as Hannah Belbin touches the wall? Now it's a battle for second. Like it's going to be Lily Whittle just edges out Ellie Stokes, followed up by Ava Sims and Olivia Pettin. Now we move on to heat 3 of 10 in the girls 11-12 50-meter freestyle. Lane number 1 is Lillian Fulford of the Marlins. Lane 2 is Ira Lynn Donahue of the Bluefins. Lane 3 is Janelle Kennedy of the Sea Lions. Lane 4 is Bridget Tobin of the Sea Lions. Lane 5 is Harper Earl of the Sea Lions. And in lane number 6 is Madeline Andrews of the Marlins. And we have a clean start. We have Sea Lions in lanes 3, 4, and 5. But it's lanes 1 and 2 that have taken the early lead now. It is Lillian Fulford of the Marylands and Ireland Donahue of the Bluefins. Right there in lane number 5 is Harper Earl. Looks like he's in third place right now. Followed up by Janelle Kennedy, Bridget Tobin, and Madeline Andrews. And it looks like we have an issue in lane number 1. And it looks like Lillian Fulford had to swim to the side there. Hopefully everything is okay. But now, out of nowhere is Harper Earl, who has taken the lead here now. And it's Harper Earl who touches the wall first. Bay Robert Sea Lion, Harper Earl in first place, followed by Ireland Donahue. Right there was Madeline Andrews, Bridget Tobin, and Janelle Kennedy. Here we are moving in to heat 4 of 10. The girls 11, 12, 50 meter freestyle. Lane number 1 is Nora Clendenning of the Gators. Lane 2 is Sarah Parsons of the Sea Lions. Lane 3 is Sophie Sims of the Bluefins. Lane 4 is Jordan Sims of the Sea Lions. Lane 5 is Brooke Hoskins of the Wave Runners. And in lane number 6 is Michaela Brinston of the Grand Bank Sharks. And we have a clean start, and it looks like it is a lane number 4 of Jordan Sims out to a strong start here. And it's Jordan Sims in first place, followed up by Sarah Parsons in lane number 2. Sea Lion, and it is Jordan Sims touches the wall. Right next to her, Sarah Parsons. Right next to them is Sophie Sims. But it is lane number 4 of Jordan Sims is going to touch the wall first. It looks like lane number 2 of Sarah Parsons is second. Looks like third place is going to be lane number 6 of Michaela Brinston. Right behind her was Nora Clendenning and Sarah Parsons. Here we are, heat 5 of 10. In lane 1 is Elsie Richards of the Sea Lions. Lane 2 is Olivia Paisley of the Piranhas. Lane 3 is Addison Party of the Marylands. Lane 4 is Eve Harris of the Wave Runners. Lane 5 is Macy Budd of the Bluefins. And in lane number 6 is Michaela Mugford of the Sea Lions. Here we go, 2 lanes, 2 laps, 50 meters. And it looks like it is lane number 3 of right alongside her in lane number 2 is Olivia Paisley. And it's Addison Party, Olivia Paisley. Touches the wall 1-2. In lane number 4 is Eve Harris. And now it looks like it's lane number 2 of Olivia Paisley has taken the lead slightly, but it's a battle here now. We have 3 people here in this race. Lanes 2, 3, and 4 of Olivia, Addison, and Eve. And it looks like it may have been Addison who just edged out Olivia Paisley and Eve Harris. Followed up very close behind was Elsie Richards and Macy Butt. As we move into now, heat 6 of 10. In lane number 1 is Kinley Follett of the Marylands. Lane 2 is Darcy Williams of the Gators. Lane 3 is Jada Freak of the Bluefins. Lane 4 is Dia Hopkins of the Sea Lions. Lane 5 is Madison Hiscock of the Sea Lions. And in lane number 6 is Julie Kenny of the Grand Falls Windsor Gators. And we have a clean start again, and it looks like it is lane number 1 of Kinley Follett. But right now we have a race here of Kinley, Darcy, and Jada. And Dia is right there as well. We have pretty much all 4 swimmers touch the wall at the same time. It looks like as Darcy Williams now is taking the lead at the 25-meter mark. It's Darcy Williams, followed up by Jada Freak. Dia Hopkins is making a push now for third place. And it's going to be Darcy Williams, Jada Freak, Madeline Hiscock, Dia Hopkins, Darcy Williams, and Julie Kenny. We move on to heat 7 to 10. In lane number 1 is Emily Gill of the Sea Lions. Lane 2 is Tony Rose of the Dolphins. Lane 3 is Ella Jones of the Wave Runners. Lane 4 is Rachel Dominic of the Sea Lions. And in lane 5 is Madison England of the Bluefins. And here we go. We have a clean start, and it looks like it is lanes number 2 and 3 of Tony Rose and Ella Jones here right now. And it looks like lane 3 of Ella Jones touches the wall slightly ahead of Tony Rose and Emily Gill. And it's lane number 3 of Ella Jones trying to fight off 4 other swimmers here right now. And it looks like Emily Gill is putting on a push as well. Is Emily Gill going to be able to surpass Ella Jones? And it is Emily Gill edges out of the Sea Lions. Edges out Ella Jones, followed up by Rachel Dominic and Tony Rose and Madison England. Now we move on to heat number 8. In lane number 1 is Lila Rousel of the Bluefins. Lane 2 is Jenna Colhall of the Piranhas. Lane number 3 is Beth Bartlett of the Sea Lions. Lane 4 is Brooklyn Dodd of the Sea Lions. Lane 5 is Quinn Pinkston of the Sea Lions. And lane number 6 is Sky Keefe of the Bluefins. And here we go. Sea Lions in lanes 3, 4, and 5. And it's lane number 1 right now of Lila Rousel, who's edging out Beth Bartlett. And it's Rousel who touches the wall slightly ahead of Bartlett. And it's Rousel and Bartlett battling it out here now. Right alongside them is Jenna Cahill. And it's Beth Bartlett. Is Beth Bartlett made to move? And it's Beth Bartlett who overtakes. And Beth Bartlett overtakes Lila Rousel for first place. Followed up right behind her was Brooklyn Dodd, Quinn Pinkston, and Sky Keefe. As we move into heat number 9 of 10. In lane number 1 is Lauren Mercer of the Gators. Lane 2 is Katie Sweetland of the Wave Runners. Lane 3 is Jessa Moss of the Bluefins. Lane 4 is Kia Brown of the Marylands. Lane 5 is Priya Delaney of the Sea Lions. And in lane number 6 is Allie Nosery of the Sea Lions. Lane 1 is on your right, lane 6 is on your left. And we have a clean start. And it looks like right now it is lane number 3 of Jenna Moss, who has the slightest of leads over Lauren Mercer. And it's Jessa Moss who touches the wall first, heading back for the final 25 meters. But now it looks like Katie Sweetland is making a move here now for second place, trying to catch Lauren Mercer. But it's Jessa Moss who's going to touch the wall here first. It's Jessa Moss. Now it's a battle for second, as Kyla Brown has moved into the battle as well. And it looks like Kyla Brown may have edged out Lauren Mercer, who was slightly ahead of Kate Sweetland and Priya Delaney, followed up by Allie Nosery. As we move into the final heat of the girls 11-12 50-meter freestyle. Lane number 1 is Silver Stuckless of the Bluefins. Lane 2 is Anna Droulet of the Sea Lions. Lane 3 is Ava Parsons of the Sea Lions. Lane 4 is Addison Tizard of the Gators. Lane 5 is Mallory Buckle of the Wave Runners. And lane number 6 is Rachel Mercer of the Gators. The one to watch here is Ava Parsons of the Sea Lions in lane number 3. Who last year had a very strong swim. And it's Ava who's taking control of this race again. And it's Ava with about 5 meters to go in the first 25 meters. Touches the wall first, slightly ahead of lane number 1 of Silver Stuckless and lane number 4 of Addison Tizard. But it's Ava Parsons with the fastest seed time heading into this race. cruises to first place, but it looks like lane number 4 of Addison Tizard is going to touch the wall in second place. Right behind her is Silver Stuckless, Mallory Buckle, Rachel Mercer, and Anna Droulet. As we move on now to event number 6, boys, 11-12. 50 meter. We're ready to hand it over to Greenhorn. Sam Shave here now is going to give it a go for a couple of races, and I'll be right here by his side to either torment him or direct him in the wrong direction. So here you go, Sam.
Got your pen? Pen, yep. All right, hello folks. This is Sam Shave on the mic. Going to do my best here to keep up and take after my buddy Flynn. So in lane number 2, we have Liam Grimes of the Bluefins. In lane number 3, we have Alex White from Grand Falls. Lane number 4, we have Benjamin Osmond from the Wave Runners. And lane number 5, Simon Hederson. So they're off. Looks like a false start here to start my day. False start for the boys. What does that stand for?
St. Anthony Dolphins.
St. Anne. Just a second to get reorganized here. Again, we're just starting off the boys 11-12 50-meter freestyle. The record was set back in 2014 by Dawson Mercer with a time of 31.56. Here we go. We got a clean start, and the boys are in the water. Looks like to start, we have Simon Hederson leading the way. Alex White in second now as they come to the wall. They're on their way back, and we still have Simon out in front. And here it is, Simon Hederson from the St. Anthony Dolphins finishes this heat in first. We have Alex White from Grand Falls about to finish up in second. And then we have Benjamin in third. And Liam Grimes finishing out in fourth. Okay, ready for heat number 2 now. In lane number 1, we have Liam Morrissey from Bay Roberts. Lane number 2, we have Sullivan Power from the Wave Runners. Lane number 3, we have James Gillihan. Lane number 4, Max Burma. Lane number 5, Timothy Stuckless from the Springdale Bluefins. And lane number 6, we have Ethan Jackman from the Marlins. They're off, and we got a clean start. Early in the race here, but it looks like Max Burma from Grand Falls is out in front. But we also have Liam Morrissey over in lane number 1. Looks like Liam is in front now. Lane number 1 from the Bay Roberts Sea Lions. Also lane number 3 here. James is making a final push at the end. James Gillingham. It looks like it is going to be lane number 3, James. Then lane number 1 and lane number 5. Okay, stepping up now for heat number 3. In lane number 1, we have Caleb Brown from the Bay Roberts Sea Lions. Lane number 2, Benjamin Pelly from the Bluefins. Lane number 3, we have Jensen Cody from the Marlins. Lane number 4, we have Henry Wellman from the Bluefins. Lane number 5, we have Jamie Harris from the Bluefins. And lane number 6, we have Carson Vokey. And the boys are in the water. As they come to the wall now, it looks like Jensen is out in front, followed by Henry Wellman. Off the wall, it looks like, again, we have lane number 3, Jensen out in front, but Henry Wellman is right behind them. It's between the two boys here. It's going to be lane number 3, Jensen takes first place. Lane number 4, Henry for second. And then lane number 2, Benjamin Pelly in third. Perfect. Okay, we have heat number 5 now. Lane number 1, we have Seth Hussey from the Bay Roberts Sea Lions. Lane number 2, we have Gibson McHugh from the Bay Roberts Sea Lions. Lane number 3, we have Carter Chapman. Lane number 4, we have Nicholas Dawson. Lane number 5, Lincoln Budgel. And lane number 6, Jeffrey Green. The boys are in the water, and it looks like Carter Chapman is leading the way to the wall. Off the wall, it is definitely lane number 3 out in front. Carter Chapman leading the way here in this heat. Coming to the wall, it's going to be lane number 3, Carter Chapman. It looks like it might be Gibson just slightly ahead of Nicholas. So lane number 2 in second place, and lane number 4, Nicholas Dawson in third place. Okay, we have the final heat of this event. In lane number 1, we have Caleb Osman of the Bluefins. We have Avery Day, Rogan Duty, Blake Noseworthy, and Logan Dyke, all of the Bay Roberts Sea Lions, filling out lanes 2 to 5. And then we have Owen Pinkson over in lane number 6 from the the Springdale Bluefins. Final heat for the boys, 11-12, 50-meter freestyle. We got 4 Sea Lions in the middle of the pool, bookend by 2 Bluefins. And they're off. We got a good start. Very close here now, early days between Avery and Rogan in lanes number 2 and 3. It's Rogan just out at front on the turn. We have lane number 3, Rogan Duty leading the way, followed by Avery Day. And then it seems like Blake Noseworthy in third. So that's lane number 3, Rogan Duty, finishing in first. Lane number 2, Avery Day. Lane number 4, Blake Noseworthy. We got Caleb finishing up in lane number 1. And Owen Pinkson finishing in the 6th lane. Well done, boys. All right, we're moving on now to event number 7, girls 13-14 50-meter freestyle. The record for this event was set by Ashley Drover back in 1999, 30.75 seconds. All right, so we have heat number 1. Lane number 2, we have Kira Tucker. Lane number 3, Jordan Budgel of the Wave Runners. And lane number 4, Avery Barker of the Bay Roberts Sea Lions. The girls are in the water to start this event. Looks like Kara Tucker slightly out in front to start as they make their way to the wall. Kara in the lead. Jordan in second place at the wall, followed by Avery Baker making her turn. A great swim here from Kara Tucker from the St. Anthony Dolphins. She's going to finish this heat in first. It's going to be close here between the last 2 girls, but it's going to be lane number 3, Jordan, taking second, and then lane number 4, Avery Baker in third. Here we are for our second heat. In lane number 1, we have Avery Pike from the Bay Roberts Sea Lions. Lane number 2, we have Lux Forressy from the Grand Bank Sharks. Lane number 3, we have Cadence Keefe from the Bluefins. And lane number 4, Ava Belbin from the Wave Runners. 4 girls in this event. They're in the water for a good start. Looks like Lux is in the lead after the dive. Lane number 2, Lux Forressy, first at the turn from the Grand Bank Sharks. It's becoming a close race now. We got lane number 1, Avery Pike is making a push. Looks like it's going to be lane number 2, Lux Forressy, taking the lead here. Then we have Avery in second and Ava in third. All right, gearing up for heat number 3 now. We have Lily Turbot from the Bluefins in lane number 1. We have Georgia Thomas in lane number 2 from the Bay Roberts Sea Lions. We have Winter Keefe in lane number 3 from the Bluefins. We have Sophie Mercer in lane number 4 from the Bay Roberts Sea Lions. Molly Brown in lane number 5 from the Sea Lions. And Kinsley Williams from Grand Falls over in lane number 6. The girls are in the water for a great start. It looks like it might be Winter Keefe from the Bluefins slightly out in front. It's a close race all the way along. Winter is first to make the turn in lane number 3, followed by lane number 2 and 4. Very close here, folks, very close. Sophie Mercer's making a really good push here at the end. Again, very tight between Winter, Georgia, and Sophie. Very close, but it looks like it might have been lane number 4, Sophie, followed by lane number 3, Winter Keefe. Very close race there for the girls. All right, we have heat number 4. We have Shauna Rowe in lane number 1. Lorelei Norman in lane number 2. Sarah Coates in lane number 3. Mackenzie Parsons in lane number 4. And Olivia Dix in lane number 5. Okay, it's a good start for lane number 1, Shauna, as well as lane number 3. They're pretty much neck and neck on the turn. Close between lane number 1, Shauna Rowe, and lane number 3, Sarah Coates. Coming into the finish now, it looks like it's going to be Shauna Rowe from the Bay Roberts Sea Lions in first, Sarah Coates from the Wave Runners in second, and a close finish for the rest. Okay, we have heat number 5 now for the girls 13-14 50-meter freestyle. Again, now in lane number 1, we have Don Franny from the Bay Roberts Sea Lions. We have lane number 2, Alex Andrews. Lane number 3, Peyton Barrett. Lane number 4, Maya Osmond. Lane number 5, Avery Smith. And lane number 6, Lucy Hollett. It's another good start. The girls are in the water, and it's very close coming to the wall. Very close between lane number 3, Peyton, lane number 2, Alex, and lane number 4, Maya. Peyton Barrett from the Bay Roberts Sea Lions seems like she's going to finish up in first here. We have lane number 3 in first, lane number 4 in second, and then lane number 2 in third. Peyton, Maya, and Alex. All right, we have heat number 6 coming up. In lane number 1, we have Callie Blanchard from the Bluefins. Lane number 2, we have Ava Langdon from Grand Falls. Lane number 3, we have Haven Mahue from the Bay Roberts Sea Lions. Lane number 4, Madison from Bay Roberts. Lane number 5, Caris Power from Grand Falls. And lane number 6, Shakira Russell from the Wave Runners. They're halfway up the pool, and it's lane number 3, Haven in first. Followed closely by lane number 2, Ava. And then lane number 4, Madison. But out in front here, we have Haven Mahue from the Sea Lions finishing in first. And then it looks like lane number 2 and lane number 4. Okay, the final heat in this event, heat number 7. Over in lane number 1, we have Kaylee Osmond from the Bluefins. Lane number 2, we have Ava Martin from the Sea Lions. Lane number 3, we have Addison Wells from the Wave Runners. Lane number 4, Lauren Rideout from the Bluefins. Lane number 5, Madeline Stokes from the Sea Lions. And lane number 6, Andy from the Sea Lions. The girls are in the water. Seems like we're missing a swimmer here, sorry. Perhaps Ava couldn't make it. But at the wall we have Addison Wells from the Wave Runners out in front. So it's lane number 3, followed very closely by lane number 4, Lauren Rideout. We have Addison and Lauren battling it out here, but it's going to be lane number 3, Addison, and then lane number 4, Lauren in second. Okay, I'm getting signed off. Your main man, Flynn, is back on the mic.
Thank you. Good job, Mr. Sam Shave here as we move on to event number 8, boys 13-14, 50-meter freestyle. Lane number 2 is Drew Walsh of the Bluefins. Lane 3 is Zachary Howell of the Gators. Lane 4 is Ryan Butler of the Sea Lions. And in lane number 5 is Jack Norman of the Sea Lions here. And here we go. We have a clean start, and it's Jack Norman. It's Jack Norman and Ryan Butler here, out 1-2. And it's Ryan Butler fighting off Jack Norman in the first 25 meters, and it's going to be Ryan Butler who touches the wall first, slightly ahead of Jack Norman, who's ahead of Zachary Howell and Drew Walsh. And it's Ryan Butler holding on to first place. It's Zachary Howell now and Jack Norman battling it out for second. And it's going to be Ryan Butler in first. We got Zachary Howell here, and it looks like it's Ryan Butler, Zachary Howell, Jack Norman, and Drew Walsh. Now we move on to heat number 2 of 5 at a boys 13-14 50-meter freestyle. Lane number 1 is Hayden Hurley-Eye. And a big congratulations going out to Hayden Hurley-Eye, who just made HPP for the U14 and under boys team, Team Newfoundland. Luke Crane at a Bay Robber Sea Lion in lane number 2. Andre Fitzpatrick at the Marlins in lane 3. James Stewart at the Wave Runners in lane 4. Cameron Thomas at the Bluefins in lane 5. And Max Peddle at the Marlins in lane 6. I guess Hayden is too busy celebrating that he made the team, as I don't see him in lane number 1. And here we go, and it is lanes number 2, 3, and 4 here battling it out now. It's Luke Crane, Andre Fitzpatrick, James Stewart. Luke Crane touches the wall first. Right next to him is James Stewart, and it's Luke Crane, James Stewart, Cameron Thomas battling it out for 1, 2, and 3. And it looks like right now it is lane number 4 of James Stewart. Which very close race for all three, and it looks like it might have been Cameron Thomas. Edges out James Stewart, followed right behind him was Luke Crane. Max Peddle rounded out the group. As we move into heat number 3 of 5, and is Cabe Skinner at the Grand Falls Windsor Gators. Neil Hardy at the Bay Robber Sea Lions. Caleb Whalen at the Bluefins. Jacob Efford at the Sea Lions. Gavin Bennett at the Bluefins and Alex Huzzy at the Sea Lions. Jacob just finished 18 holes of golf this morning. Here he is back in the pool, a multi-sport athlete that he is. And he's in the water. And it's Neil Hardy. Neil Hardy in first. Right there is Caleb Whalen and Jacob Efford. It's Neil, Caleb, Jacob, Gavin Bennett, Alex Huzzy, Gabe Skinner. And it's Neil Hardy. It's Neil Hardy fighting off Caleb Whalen. Right there was Gavin Bennett. Followed right there was Jacob Efford, Gabe Skinner, and Alex Huzzy. Maybe 18 holes at 7:30 in the morning wasn't the wisest move for Jacob Efford here, as he started to lose speed in the last 15 meters. I'm allowed to say that because I took him out. Heat 4 of 5 at a boys 13-14 50-meter. Lane number 1 is Caleb Jewer of the Gators. Lane 2 is Liam Pinkston of the Bluefins. Lane 3, Hayden Volkey of the Wave Runners. Lane 4 is Griffin Mercer of the Sea Lions. Lane 5 is Miguel Davignon, and lane 6 is Ashton Higdon. And here it is in lane number 3 is Hayden Volkey. Off to a strong start. Right alongside him is Griffin Mercer. Followed up by Liam Pinkston. And it's Hayden Volkey, Griffin Mercer, Liam Pinkston, Miguel Davignon. And it's going to be Hayden Volkey in first. It's a battle here now for second, as it looks like it may be very close to call. It looked like it may have been Liam Pinkston just edge out G-Merce, followed by Miguel Davignon and Ashton Higdon and Caleb Jewer. Here we are in the last heat of the boys 13-14 50-meter freestyle. Lane number 1 is Ethan Pike of the Marylands. Lane 2 is Charlie Hollett of the Marylands. Lane 3 is Preston Sims of the Sea Lions. Lane 4 is Sam Morrissey of the Sea Lions. Lane 5 is Luke Morgan of the Sea Lions, and in lane number 6 is Keegan Harris of the Bluefins. The goal in these heats, in these preliminary heats, is to finish in the top 6 to make it to today's final. And here it is. It is lane number 3 of Preston Sims, who's taking a commanding lead here at the first 25-meter mark. Followed up right next to him is Sam Morrissey, but it's Preston Sims, Sam Morrissey. First, second. Now we have a battle for third between lanes number 5 of Luke Morgan and Charlie Hollett. But as Preston Sims cruising to a victory here in this preliminary heat. Right next to him is Sam Morrissey, touches the wall second. And it looks like it's going to be Luke Morgan, who may have just edged out Charlie Hollett. Followed up by Keegan Harris and Ethan Pike. Now we get ready as it's event number 9, girls 15-16 meter freestyle. We have 2 heats here, 4 laps of the pool. As we move down the age group, these names get more and more familiar. It's been an absolute pleasure to be commentating these swim meets for the last 5 years, I guess, or 4 years since COVID. This is my last year as my daughter is now graduating from the swim team. This is her last year. So it's been a great bit of fun, but here we go as we call the girls 15-16 100-meter freestyle. And at the 25-meter mark, it looks like it is lane number 2 of Holly Parsons. And in lane number 4 is Leslie Howell. Teammates going 1-2 here now at the 25-meter mark. Lane number 1 is Katie Lynn Butt. In third, followed right behind her is Jael Groth of the Bluefins. But right now, it is Gators 1-2 as we hit the 50-meter mark. And it's Leslie Howell now who's edging out Holly Parsons. Right there is Katie Lynn Butt, followed by Jael Groth. As we move into the 75-meter mark now, it is Leslie Howell who's holding the slightest of leads over teammate Holly Parsons. Katie Lynn Butt is trying to stay close. But it looks like it's going to be a Gator 1-2 finish. It's just a matter of who finishes where. As Leslie Howell is trying to fight off Holly Parsons, who's making a push here. But it's going to be Leslie Howell, who looks like who's going to cruise to first place in this first of 2 heats in the 100-meter freestyle. And it's Leslie Howell, followed by Holly Parsons. And it's Katie Butt trying to hold off Jael Groth. And it's going to be close here. And it looks like Katie just held off from a surging Jael Groth there to hold on to third place in the heat. Now we move on to heat 2 of 2. In lane number 1 is Kristen Norman of the Marylands. Lane 2 is Catherine Jewer of the Gators. Lane 3 is Olivia French of the Sea Lions. Lane 4 is Jayla Harris of the Bluefins. Lane 5, Rachel Barrett of the Sea Lions. And in lane number 6 is Alexis Burden of the St. Anthony Dolphins. And if you're familiar with the swim team, you're familiar with the name Olivia French, as she's pushed the boundaries of many provincial records over the years. And it's Olivia French now at the 25-meter mark, cruising her way to the first 25 meters as she touches the wall, slightly ahead of Jayla Harris, as Olivia looks to extend her lead a little bit now as she moves into the 50-meter mark. And it's Olivia French first, Jayla Harris second. In lane number 2 is Catherine Jewer, third. Right there is Kristen Norman and Alexis Burden, but it's Olivia French who looks like is having a leisurely swim here now as she's moving into the 75-meter mark. And it's Olivia French touches the wall, coming down for the final 25 meters. Right alongside of her is Jayla Harris. Well, I shouldn't say right alongside of her. She's about 4 lengths back. And it's going to be Olivia French who's going to cruise to first place in this heat. And looks like who's conserving energy as she gets ready for the finals later on this evening. And it's going to be Jayla Harris in second place, followed up by Catherine Jewer. Rounding out this heat will be Kristen Norman and Alexis Burden in lane number 6. Here we go, event number 10, boys 15-16, 100-meter freestyle. 2 heats. In lane number 1 is Chase Sweetland of the Wave Runners. Lane 2 is William Evans of the Marylands. Lane 3, Nathan Dean of the Wave Runners. Lane 4 is Ashton Parsons of the Bluefins. Lane 5 is Smith Brockway of the Sea Lions. And in lane number 6 is RP Ryan Chad Parsons in lane number 6. Sorry, that's not RP. Or is it RP? I think it is RP. It is Ryan Chad Parsons. And it's lane number 3 of Nathan Dean. A name very familiar in this age category. A very strong swimmer, and it's lane number 3 of Nathan Dean. Right there is Ashton Parsons in lane number 4. And it's Ashton Parsons now side by side with Nathan Dean for first place at the 50-meter mark. Coming in a third is lane number 2 of William Evans. Right there is Chase Sweetland, Ryan Parsons, and Smith Brockway. But this is a 2-pony race here right now between Nathan Dean and Ashton Parsons. And it's Ashton Parsons at the 75-meter mark. Touches the wall, Nathan Dean just ahead of Ashton Parsons. And it's Nathan Dean here. Can he hold off Ashton Parsons in the last 10 meters of this race? And it looks like it's going to be Ashton Parsons who just edged out Nathan Dean here. And a fabulous final 10 meters. And in lane number 2, it is William Evans. Touches the wall for third. Followed up by Chase Sweetland, RP, Ryan Parsons, and Smith Brockway. As we move in now to heat number 2 of 2 at a boys 15-16 100-meter freestyle. Lane number 1 is Dawson Poole of the Gators. Lane 2 is Ashton Hurley of the Sea Lions. Lane 3, Austin Morgan, who has his eyes set on a few provincial records. And has set a few provincial records so far this season in lane number 3. Lane number 4 is Luca Davignon of Piranhas. Lane number 5 is John Lynch of the Wave Runners. And in lane number 6 is Ryan Norman, U18 goalie extraordinaire for the Bay Roberts Sea Lions in lane number 6. And here we go, and it is Austin Morgan out to an early lead. Holding off Ashton Hurley and Luca Davignon. And it's Austin Morgan touches the wall first. Lucas Davignon out of Piranhas trying to stay on his tail here. And it's Lucas Davignon catching up to Austin Morgan here. And it is Austin Morgan and it's Lucas Davignon side by side here at the 50-meter mark. Lane number 2 of Ashton Hurley is there in third right now, battling it out with John Lynch. Austin Morgan looks like he's retaken the lead here a little bit at the 75-meter mark. And it's Austin Morgan, followed by Luca Davignon, and it's Austin Morgan now gaining the slightest of leads. And it's Austin Morgan, it looks like, is going to take this heat here. It's Austin Morgan first, Luca Davignon in second, who gave him a push at 50 meters. Followed up in third place, it is lane number 5 of John Lynch, Ashton Hurley, followed up by Dawson Poole and Ryan Norman. Now, Bittersweet, as I call this one, as it's Event 11, Girls 17, 18, 100-meter freestyle. Lane number 1 is Bridget Franey of the Sea Lions. Lane 2, my daughter, Kaylee Flynn of the Sea Lions. Lane 3 is Olivia Sparks of the Bluefins. Lane number 5 is Jocelyn Coates of the Wave Runners. All names I'm very familiar with. I think all these girls have been swimming against each other since 8 and under. And a story that I'm sure Bridget and Kaylee do not want me to repeat, but I will, is that in their first swim meet, in their first swim in Gander, these two girls in the 8 and under division stood on the blocks and cried their little eyes out, who did not want to swim, did not swim, and were convinced by coaches later to jump in the pool, and they swam with the boys. And anyway, that was their first taste of the Gander swim meet. And here I am now watching her swim her last swim meet as she moves into the 25 meters. And it's Kaylee Flynn, Bridget Franey, and Olivia Sparks here right now. 1, 2, 3. And it looks like it's Kaylee Flynn touches the wall first, slightly ahead of Bridget Franey and Olivia Sparks. And it's Olivia Sparks, Kaylee Flynn, Bridget Franey, followed by Jocelyn Coates. But it's Olivia Sparks now who's edging out Kaylee Flynn. Kaylee Flynn trying to hold off Bridget Franey. Friends since the start. And it's Olivia Sparks, touches the wall, slightly ahead of Kaylee Flynn. Right there is Bridget Franey, right there is Jocelyn Coates. And here we go. We're down to 75. We're into the 75 meter mark. It's Olivia Sparks, Kaylee Flynn, Bridget Franey, Jocelyn Coates. Olivia's trying to hold off Kaylee Flynn and Bridget Franey, and it's Olivia, touches the wall. Kaylee is right behind her. Bridget Franey there in third, and it's Olivia Sparks, Kaylee Flynn, Bridget Franey. Do they have to push for the final 25 meters? Jocelyn Coates is there in fourth, and it's going to be Olivia Sparks. Looks like it's going to edge out Kaylee Flynn, who finishes second, right there in third place. Kaylee Flynn's swimming partner since 8 and under, Bridget Franey. And Jocelyn Coates. And a great sign of sportsmanship as all swimmers acknowledge each other in the pool. Girls that are getting ready to go on the block, high-fiving each other, the girls in the pool. Like I said, these girls have been on a journey since 8 and under. And it's a funny thing, Kaylee came up to me about 20 minutes ago and said, "Dad, I'm really nervous." I said, "Well, boy, it's your last swim meet. Just don't stand on the block and cry like you did in your first one." So here we go as we move into the last heat of the day. Girls 17 and under. 17, 18, 100-meter freestyle. Lane number 1 is Kaylee Tucker of the Dolphins. Lane 2 is Bridget Bishop of the Sea Lions. Lane 3 is Abby Wells of the Bluefins. Lane 4 is Caitlin Morgan of the Bluefins. And in lane 5 is Haley Ralph of the Grand Bank Sharks. And touching the wall first is Abby Wells of the Bluefins. Right alongside her is Caitlin Morgan. Then you have Kaylee Tucker, Bridget Bishop, and Haley Ralph, all right there at the 50-meter mark. It's Abby Wells. Right alongside her is Caitlin Morgan, Bridget Bishop, Kaylee Tucker, and Haley Ralph. And now it is Bluefin 1 and 2 of Abby Wells and Caitlin Morgan. Bridget Bishop trying to hold off Kaylee Tucker here now for third place, as these girls are trying to battle it out to make the top 6 for the final. And it's going to be Abby Wells who's taking control of this race now, and it's Abby Wells who's in first. Caitlin Morgan's in second. We've determined first and second. Who's going to finish third? Is it going to be Bridget Bishop? Is it going to be Kaylee Tucker? Kaylee Tucker right now has the slightest of edges over Bridget Bishop, and it looks like Kaylee Tucker edged out Bridget Bishop. Followed right behind them is Haley Ralph. And that concludes our preliminary races, as I believe there is only 6 swimmers in the boys 17 and under 100 meters, so they're going to go right to the finals. And it looks like we're going to take a little bit of a break here now as we get ready for the freestyle finals in a little bit. I'm going to guess... So apparently we have a swim-off taking place. Do we know who? So we're just waiting to hear now on the swim-offs, as I guess that we have kids tied for 6th place for the final races of the day. So I don't know if anybody's going to come up and let me know who these swimmers are so we can properly announce them. As the best I can do right now is blue hat and white hat, which doesn't help anybody. Okay, we're just waiting here now to see if there's actually going to be a swim-off. And I'm not really sure, as it looks like the two girls that were anticipated are leaving the deck. So I'm going to assume that the swim-offs are not happening right now. And looks like we're going to be taking a bit of a break. But again, I'm unsure, as the judges and the timekeepers are still in their spots. So we're just waiting to hear word. So I'll be back as soon as I know anything in terms of what the next move is, if there's a swim off, if there's a break, how long that break is, and we'll get back to you shortly. Okay, so we do have a swim-off taking place here right now. It's between two sea lions. So it's Nicholas Dawson and Blake Noseworthy here. Good buddies, teammates. Now to have to swim off against each other. And it's very close to call here right now, and it's Blake and Nicholas battling side by side here at the 25-meter mark. Is still too close to call. And it's Nicholas Dawson trying to put everything into Blake Noseworthy, trying to stay right alongside of him. And it's Nicholas Dawson. It's Blake Noseworthy. Oh boy, this is going to be a fun one to call here at the end. And it looks like, I can't tell. I say we might have to swim again. This is going to be extremely close from two good friends, two teammates. How'd you call that one? I'm calling a second swim off is what I'm calling here. That's how close that was. The unfortunate thing is, from up here, we have no way of telling who is the winner. And unfortunately for me, there was two sea lions, so I couldn't even give a biased opinion on who I thought won. And it looks like from some tip-offs from down on the deck, it may have been Nicholas Dawson who may have just edged out Blake Noseworthy. unofficially official, I believe, is what that is that Nicholas Dawson edged out Blake Noseworthy by milliseconds. It had to be. And here we go. It looks like now the timekeepers and the judges are leaving the deck, so it looks like we'll be taking a break. How long? Looks like it's about a 15-minute break. So we'll join you back in 15 minutes for our freestyle finals. All right, we're here now getting ready for the 2025 Summer Club Provincial Championship Freestyle Finals. And we're starting with the girls. 9, 10, 50 meter freestyle final. In lane 1 is Reese French of the Sea Lions. Lane 2 is Adam Smith of the Sea Lions. Lane 3 is Marion Powell of the Gators. Lane 4 is Paige Hickey of the Wave Runners. Lane 5 is Jade Suley of the Gators. And in lane 6 is Nora Hanlon of the Gators. The record in the girls' 50-meter freestyle was set back in 2023 by a swimmer we seen earlier today, who's moved up in age group with a time of 35:36. The fastest seed time coming in is Marion Powell at a time of 38:83. So I certainly want to say thanks to Sam as he's transitioning into this role here now of commentator. He asked if he was going to do any finals today, and I kind of pulled rank and said, well, this is my last swim meet, so I love to call the finals. So Sam has the rest of the day off, and here I am as we start off with girls 9, 10, a 50-meter freestyle. 2 Sea Lions, 3 Gators, and a Wave Runner. Here we go. We have a clean start, and it's Marion Powell of the Gators in first place. Second place is Reese French. Followed right there is Paige Hickey and Adam Smith. And it's Marion Powell going to touch the wall first. It's a Gator who touches the wall first. Right next to her is Reese French. Followed behind is Paige Hickey and Adam Smith. But it's Marion Powell who's taking control of this race. And it's going to be Marion Powell who's going to finish in first. It's a battle now for second between Reese French and Paige Hickey, and it looks like it might have been Reese French edged out Paige Hickey for second place. Followed up right behind was Adam Smith, Jade Suley, and Nora Hanlon. Now we get ready for event 4, boys 9, 10, 50-meter freestyle. Lane 1 is Liam French of the Piranhas. Lane 2 is James Adams of the Bluefins. Lane 3 is Nicholas Dean of the Wave Runners. Lane 4 is West Avignon of the Piranhas. Lane 5 is Jace Marsh, who had a fantastic swim in his preliminaries in lane 5 of the Sea Lions. And in lane 6 is Jackson Dominics of the Sea Lions. The record for this swim was won back in 2010 by Jonathan Anderson at a time of 37:77. Nicholas Dean is right on his tail at a time of 37:84. So will we see a provincial record broken here today? As less than a tenth of a second separate Nicholas Dean from a provincial record. Is there a dark horse in this race? Can Jace March be the dark horse? Can Jackson Dominic be the underdog? Here we go. And we have a clean start. And right now it is Nicholas Dean in first place. Right alongside of him is James Adams and West Avignon. Right there is Jace March in fourth. And it's Nicholas Dean is in first right now. Nicholas Dean, West Avignon. Jace March is fighting for third here now. And it's West Avignon has overtaken Nicholas Dean here now. And it's West Avignon. And it's West Avignon who has pulled off the semi-upset, has pulled ahead of Nicholas Dean in second, and it looks like it was James Adams in third, followed by Jace March, Liam French, and Jackson Dominic. But now West Avignon had a time of 38:06, which was no time to sneeze at either. So he was right there with Nicholas Dean. Just had a little more in the tank. Here we go. Girls, 11-12, 50-meter freestyle. Lane 1, Silver Stuckless of the Bluefins. Lane 2 is Addison Tizard of the Gators. Lane 3 is Ava Parsons of the Sea Lions. Lane 4 is Jessa Moss of the Bluefins. Lane 5 is Beth Bartlett of the Sea Lions. And lane 6 is Lila Rousel of the Bluefins. The record here is held way back in 1997 by Ashley Drover at a time of 31:55. Fastest seed time heading in is Ava Parsons, record holder in the girls 9-10 group at a time of 32 seconds. So less than half a second separates Ava Parsons now from a provincial record. And based on seed times, this is Ava Parsons' race here right now. And we have a clean start. And it looks like it's Ava Parsons up out of the water and in first place. And it's Ava Parsons in first. Followed up by Addison Tizard. And it's Ava Parsons touches the wall. Addison Tizard. Lane number 1 is Silver Stuckless. It's Ava Parsons in first place. And it's Ava Parsons who's going to keep first place. But who's going to take second? Is it Addison Tizard? Is it going to be Jessa Moss? It's Beth Bartlett who's come out of nowhere here in lane number 5. And it's Beth Bartlett from the Sea Lions finishing second, ahead of Addison Tizard and Jessa Moss and Lila Rousel. But a fantastic swim by Ava Parsons and a fantastic swim by Beth Bartlett in the last 15 meters to move ahead into second place. Here we go, event number 6, boys 11-12, 50-meter freestyle. Lane number 1 is Avery Day to Sea Lions. Lane 2 is Jensen Cody of the Marylands. Lane 3 is Carter Chapman of the Bluefins. Lane 4 is Rogan Duty of the Sea Lions. Lane 5 is Henry Wellman of the Bluefins. And in lane 6 is Gibson McHugh of the Sea Lions. The record here is held back in 2014 by a name we all know well, Dawson Mercer, at a time of 31:56. The fastest seed time heading in is Carter Chapman at a time of 34:53. Here we go, they're on the blocks, and we have a clean start. And it looks like it is lane number 1 of Avery Day and lane number 3 of Carter Chapman here right now. And it looks like it is Carter Chapman touching the wall first. Right there is Rogan Duty now, is in second place, followed up by Jensen Cody. Avery Day, but Rogan Duty is putting on a push. Can Rogan Duty catch? And it's Rogan Duty who surpasses Carter Chapman unofficially to win the boys 11-12 50-meter freestyle with a fantastic final 10 meters by Rogan Duty. And it looked like it was Avery Day who finished in third. Now we move on to event number 7. Girls 13-14, 50-meter freestyle. Lane number 1 is Madison Lynn Thorne of the Sea Lions. Lane 2 is Addison Wells of the Wave Runners. Lane 3 is Haven McHugh, brother of Gibson McHugh, who just swam in lane number 3 of the Sea Lions. Lane 4 is Peyton Barrett of the Sea Lions. Lane 5 is Ava Langdon of the Gators. And in lane number 6 is Maya Osman of the Wave Runners. The record set back in 1999 by a familiar name, Ashley Drover, at a time of 30:75. The fastest seed time heading in is Haven McHugh at a time of 32:56. So far in many of these finals, it hasn't been the fastest seed time that's pulled out first place in these races. They've been very close. And here we go. Clean start. And it looks like it's Haven McHugh off to a early lead, trying to fight off Addison Wells. And it's Haven McHugh at the 25-meter mark. Touches the wall slightly ahead of Addison Wells. Right next to her is Madison Linthorne. And it's Haven McHugh. Addison Wells. In lane number 4 now is Peyton Barrett. Peyton Barrett trying to hold off Ava Langdon. And it's Haven McHugh touches the wall first. Followed by Addison Wells and followed by Peyton Barrett. Right there was Madison Linthorne. Ava Langdon and Maya Osmond. Now we move on to boys 13-14, 50-meter freestyle. Lane number 1 is Liam Pinkston of the Bluefins. Lane 2, Neil Hardy of the Sea Lions. Lane 3, Preston Sims of the Sea Lions. Lane 4 is Hayden Vokey of the Wave Runners. Lane 5 is Caleb Whalen of the Bluefins. And lane 6 is Miguel Davignon of the Piranhas. The record was set last year by Sea Lions' own Austin Morgan at a time of 27:59. The fastest seed time heading in is Preston Sims at a time of 31:28. But right next to him is Hayden Vokey at a time of 31:38. This should be a very close race as all 6 swimmers have extremely close seed times heading into this final race. And we have a clean start, and it looks like it is Preston Sims and Neil Hardy. It looks like Neil Hardy has the slightest of edges now over Preston Sims. Right alongside is Hayden Vokey. It's Neil Hardy, Preston Sims, Hayden Vokey touching the wall, 1, 2, 3. Right behind him is Caleb Whalen. But right now it is lane number 4 of Hayden Vokey. Edged out Preston Sims and Neil Hardy. And it was Hayden Vokey with a very strong back 10 meters to beat out both Preston Sims and Neil Hardy. Followed up by Liam Pinkston and Miguel Davignon, with Caleb Whalen in the mix as well. Now we move on to girls 15-16 100-meter freestyle. In lane number 1 is Holly Parsons of the Gators. Lane 2 is Leslie Howell of the Gators. Lane 3 is Olivia French of the Sea Lions. Lane 4 is Jayla Harris of the Bluefins. Lane 5 is Caitlin Jewer of the Gators. And in lane 6 is Katie Lynn Budd of the Bluefins. The record set back here in 2000 by familiar name, Ashley Drover, at a time of 1:07.81. The fastest seed time heading in is 1:16.78. So Ashley's record is almost 10 seconds faster than the lowest seed time. And if anybody who's watched Olivia French swim, and some of these girls swim, know that they're very strong swimmers. So how strong was Ashley Drover back in her day? But let's see what Olivia French, if she can take on the rest of the field here as the only sea lion in the pool with the fastest seed time. And it's Olivia French off to an early lead. Next to her is Jayla Harris. And it's Olivia French touching the wall first, followed by Jayla Harris. Now it's a battle for third place here now as it's Holly Parsons and Leslie Howell. But it's Olivia French touching the wall first, followed right next to her is Jayla Harris. As we move into the 75-meter mark, we got 3 Gators touching the wall. Lanes 2, 1, 2, and 5, as in Leslie, Holly, and Catherine, followed by Katie Lynn. But it's Olivia French here who's taking complete control of this final race as she moves into the final 25 meters. And this is Olivia French's race here now. It's a battle for second and third, as it looks like it's going to be Jayla Harris in second, as Olivia French is going to cruise to a first place victory in the girls 15-16 100-meter. Now we got Jayla Harris in second. Now it's a battle between teammates, and it looks like it's going to be Catherine Jewer who had an extremely strong final 15 meters to touch the wall third, followed by Leslie Howell, Holly Parsons, and Katie Lynn Butt.
Catherine, look up.
Now we move into event 10. The boys 15-16 100-meter freestyle. Lane 1, John Lynch, Wave Runners. Lane 2, Nathan Dean, Wave Runners. Lane 3, record holder, Austin Morgan of the Sea Lions. Lane 4 is Ashton Parsons of the Bluefins. Lane 5 is Luca Davignon of the Piranhas. And in lane 6 is William Evans of the Marlins. The record was set back here in 2016 by Ross McCall at a time of 1 minute 30 second, 0.3 seconds, sorry. Fastest seed time heading in is Austin Morgan at a time of 1:02:41. Here we go, Sea Lions fans. Sea Lion in lane number 3. And it's Austin Morgan. Lane number 3, holding off Nathan Dean right now at the moment at the first 25-meter mark. Right there is Ashton Parsons, and it's Austin Morgan touches the wall first. Right alongside of him is Nathan Dean. Ashton Parsons and Luca Davignon are putting on a push as well. Here we go into the 50-meter mark. And it's Austin Morgan going to touch the wall first. Luca Davignon has touched the wall second. Right there is Nathan Dean and Ashton Parsons. And it's Austin Morgan now trying to gain a little bit of distance between those other 3 swimmers. And it's Austin Morgan at the 75-meter mark going to touch the wall. Looks like it could be a battle for second place here now. And it's Austin Morgan is extending his lead. As Luca Davignon, Ashton Parsons, and Nathan Dean are putting on a push. But it's going to be Austin Morgan. Now it's a battle for second here. As Austin Morgan touches the wall first. And it looks like it may have been Ashton Parsons may have just edged out Luca Davignon and Nathan Dean. Followed up by John Lynch and William Evans. Here we go, event 11, girls 17-18 100-meter freestyle. Lane number 1, Bridget Bishop of the Sea Lions. Lane 2, Kaylee Flynn of the Sea Lions. Lane 3 is Olivia Sparks of the Bluefins. Lane 4 is Caitlin Morgan of the Bluefins. Lane 5 is Kaylee Tucker of the Dolphins. And in lane 6 is Bridget Franey of the Sea Lions. The record here held back since 2003 by, you guessed it, Ashley Drover at a time of 1:07:29. The fastest seed time coming in is Olivia Sparks with a time of 1:17:53. So again, a 10-second cushion for Ashley's record here. But that's not what we're here to talk about. Now, what I'm here to talk about is my daughter's last swim in her freestyle career here now. And for anybody who's just involved in the swim team or first-time parents, it's an amazing experience for both the kids, the parents. And here we go now. It's Olivia Sparks first, Kaylee Flynn second here now. Followed right behind her is Caitlin Morgan. And it's Kaylee and Olivia here head-to-head. Right there is Caitlin Morgan as well. It's 1, 2, 3. And it looks like Olivia and Caitlin may have taken the edge a little bit on Kaylee. And it's right now, it is Olivia, Caitlin, Kaylee, Bridget, Kaylee and Bridget Franey. And here we go. And it looks like now it is Caitlin Morgan is taking the lead over Olivia Sparks. And it's Caitlin Morgan in first, Olivia Sparks in second, Kaylee in third, Bridget Bishop in fourth, Kaylee Tucker in fifth, with Bridget Franey in the mix as well. And here we go, the final 25 meters. It's going to be Bluefin 1 and 2. Can Kaylee hold off Bridget Bishop, who's putting on a push? in the last 25 meters. And it's going to be Olivia Sparks who's going to edge out Caitlin Osmond. But now it's Bridget Bishop who overtook Kaylee. And it's Bridget Bishop who touches third, slightly ahead of Kaylee. And Kaylee Tucker fifth with Bridget Franey right there in the mix as well. An outstanding race for their last race of their career for some of these girls in the freestyle. And now, the famous words of Scott Hall and Kevin Nash when they joined the WCW. Here's where the big boys play. We are in event number 12, the boys 1800 meter freestyle. In lane 1 is Wesley Carter of the Gators. Lane 2 is Chase Morgan of the Sea Lions. Lane 3 is Patrick Lamb of the Sea Lions. Lane 4 is Charlie Seymour of the Sea Lions. Lane 5 is Ben Eddy of the Sea Lions. And in lane number 6 is Caden Blanchard of the Bluefins. Their record set here was back in 2018 by Roz McCall at a time of 54.84. The fastest seed time headed in is Patrick Petty Lamb at a time of 1 minute, 0.07 seconds. Here we go. And it's Patty Lamb out to a very early lead here at the 25 meter mark. Trying to hold off Chase Morgan. And it's Patty Lamb touches the wall first. Chase Morgan right there. Alongside of him is Charlie Seymour. And it looks like at the turn, it's Patty Lamb. Charlie Seymour has moved into second place now. Right there in third now is Ben Eddy. And Ben Eddy is putting on a push now for Charlie. And there's Patty Lamb touches the wall, heading into the 75 meter mark. And Charlie retakes the lead at the turn for second place, heading into 75 meters. And it's Patrick Lamb, Charlie Seymour, Ben Eddy, Chase Morgan, Wesley Carter, and Caden Blanchard. But now it is Patty Lamb who is taking control of the race. Who's going to take second? It's Charlie Seymour here now. It's Charlie Seymour has moved into sole possession of second place. And it's Patty Lamb in first. Charlie Seymour second. Can Chase Morgan? It's Chase Morgan. In my unbiased opinion, edges out Wesley Carter for third. Wesley Carter fourth. Ben Eddy fifth. And Caden Blanchard in sixth.
Just like, no. Just like, fine. Bro, my dad's just doing nothing all day. He's just sitting there.
Anyway, that looks like this concludes day 1 of the 2025 Provincial Swim Championships. Thank you everyone who had the tolerance to listen to me and Sam today. I think Sam will be starting off today tomorrow, and I'll be jumping in later in the day. As my last trip here, I'll enjoy what festivities will take place at the hotel, and we will go from there.